So now I'm just going to go over the tools that you're going to need to run native adverts. So there's a few things that you need to sign up to before you actually start the main training, which I'm just going to explain now. So first of all, you're going to need some kind of tracking software, an affiliate tracker. The one that I use, the one that I recommend is Volume, and I've actually got a little discount link, which you can use my link below this video, which saves you a bit of money. There's quite a few different ones. They're all quite similar, but the one that I'm going to be using in this training is Volume. So if you want to kind of see how I set things up, because it can get a little bit technical, then Volume is probably the best one, so you can actually follow me as I go along setting things up. You're also going to need an Ad Spy tool. Now, this is basically a tool which scrapes adverts, native adverts from all over the internet, and it puts it into kind of a database, and it shows us kind of what adverts are doing the best, what products are doing the best, which landing pages are doing the best, and we can kind of spy on other affiliates and what they're doing. And that's going to be part of the strategy. I am going to show you about creating your own stuff and your own landing pages and all that kind of thing, but we also need to be spying on what other people are doing as well. So the easiest way to do that is with using a spy tool. There's three main spy tools. There's one called Adplexity, there's one called Anstrex, and there's one called Adbeat. Now, they all kind of have pluses and minuses, and it's up to you which one you want to go for. The one that I'm leaning towards at the moment, I'm actually signed up to all three of these, but the one that I'm leaning to at the moment is Adplexity because it's just easier to use, and it's kind of got all the information that I need to be able to see what other people are doing. There's another one called Anstrex, which is the cheapest one of the lot. So if you are on a bit of a budget, then Anstrex might be the one for you. It's got quite a lot of the same stuff that Adplexity's got, but it's just not laid out in the same way, and it's sometimes a little bit difficult to navigate. But it still does the job, to be honest. And then there's another one called Adbeat, which is the most expensive of the lot, and it has got good information on there, and you can really see trends of like products and trends of other affiliates if they're doing well, if you want to jump on what they're doing. But you can kind of see that on Adplexity as well. So it's up to you. You can check them out below. But the one that I'm going to be mainly using is Adplexity. It is also good if you can and you have got the budget to actually sign up to more than one. And then you can kind of analyze the data on all of them to make sure that you are onto a winner, because not all of them have the same information. They all use different ways of scraping adverts. So you might not necessarily find a product or find something on one ad spy tool as you will find it on the other spy tool. But if it is on all three, then it's probably a winner. So it is good to have more than one if you can afford that. But honestly, one will do the job. And another good thing is that once you actually find a winning campaign and you actually set your winning campaign up, then you can cancel the spy tool until you next need it in the future if you're short on budget for that. Another thing that you're going to need is a landing page software. Now, obviously, there's like softwares like Builderall, ClickFunnels, and Kartra. You're not going to be using one of them for this type of affiliate marketing. And the reason for that is mainly because we need something which is super quick. And a lot of these sales funnel builders, they're good for building actual sales funnels, but they're not very quick for running paid traffic. But also, we're going to need to have a landing page tool which allows us to rip other landing pages. You can literally import them into it, and then we can edit them from inside. And none of those main sales funnel builders allow us to do that. So the one that I use quite a lot of the time is Landerbolt, but I've actually just discovered another one called LanderLab. They are both very similar, and you can check them out. I think they're very similar prices. I think they might be the same price. I'm leaning more towards LanderLab now, just because it's got a lot more pre-made templates inside it, and it just seems a little bit easier to use. But as I said, they're both very, very similar. You can use either one of those, so it's entirely up to you. But the one I'm leaning towards is LanderLab. You also need to, this isn't really a tool, but it's what you're going to need to run native ads is obviously a budget, and you wouldn't be here if you didn't have money to run native ads. And I'm going to talk about budgeting and bankroll and all that kind of stuff a little bit later on, but you just need to know that obviously you're going to need to have budget to run paid ads. And a big one is you just need to be dedicated and have resilience and prepare to go in this with the right mindset, as I said in the mindset section. And we're going to be testing a lot of things, and things might not be working straight away. We need to be turning things off that don't work and doubling down on what does work. And you just need to make sure you're going into it with the right mindset and a willingness to learn and take action. And that's all of the things you need. If there's anything else that we're going to need later on, I'll mention it in later on videos, but they are the main things that you're going to need to sign up to now and get before we move on to the main bulk of the training.